Hello, folks. It's me, your brother, coming back at you. Hey, I wanted to jump on here and say hello to you. Let me see if I can get this a little closer so when you do show up, I'll be able to at least see the print. Glory to God. Hey, I'm just checking in on day number 8. Day number 8 on my 75 hard challenge. Hopefully I put that in there right. But I have been coming on every day on our channel just to kind of beef up my chops, get myself in alignment for what all God has placed in my hand. I am so very, very excited to be alive at such a time as this. And it is everyone, I believe every person has been given a precious opportunity to live in this day and time. And I want to encourage you to maximize your opportunity. Now, don't be distracted by all of the emotional mayhem and the hangups and the issues and things that separate us as people. Don't do that. Don't let the election get you all in a tiff. Don't let your children, your husband, your wife, uh, church members, friends, families, outlaws, just stay cool and collected. Yeah, do a woosah moment and just say, it's all right. Nothing is a problem. There are only situations that require our creativity to solve them. There's only situations that requires our creativity to solve them or to bring solutions. And one of the things that I have found in life, it is so very enriching, I guess is the word I want to say, to look at life from that perspective. I'm the kind of guy that thinks that the glass is half full. It's never half empty for me. I deal with the hand that I've been dealt, and I play it to win. And most importantly, I've learned how to learn the rules of the game. Hello, how you doing, Eden? How you doing? The GOAT, how you doing? What's going on? Hey, I'm just jumping on here just to say hello. Hello, Heather. Thank you for checking in. Please like and subscribe to our channel. I'm just chatting a little bit about some things that I think that are pertinent regarding emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence. Got a nugget or two I'll share with you that's been helpful for me. And I think it'll be beneficial to the audience. I'd love to see you guys here. If you got a topic that you'd like for me to touch on, please let me know. Please let me know. I'm glad to hear that you're doing well, Eden, and we want to encourage you to just flow with the opportunity. We want to encourage everyone just to find a place in your day to be kind to someone. Now watch this. Not to someone that you know necessarily, because you should do that automatically. Hey, Alina, how you doing? But be kind to someone who you don't know. Just simply be kind. Find someone that you can be kind to and just say hello. Open the door for them. Let them in front of you in traffic. Turn on your blinker. Let someone walk in front of you. Just be kind. Maybe pay it forward. If you're at a drive-in and a drive-in window or whatever, just pay it forward. That's how you can be kind. Just pay it forward for someone else who's behind you. Um, uh, Everybody asks me that question. No, I'm not Somalian. Perhaps my roots are Somalian, but I get more of a vibe from Senegal. I get a lot of people coming to me and asking me, am I from Senegal? But nevertheless, I am a brub man. I call myself a Hebrew. I'm a Hebrew. I've crossed over, I have a different line of thought, and I certainly am excited about being here today. So what I've been working on is my 75 hard on my channel. This is my channel. Please like and subscribe to it. It certainly will help me. From Portuguese, praise God. It's good to see you. Daniel, it's good to see you from Portuguese. I believe that's what I think you said. Hello from Portuguese. Hello. What I've been doing is working on my channel and just really working on my content. I'm a content creator. I do a lot of leadership training and both uh, uh, spiritual leadership training as well as secular. I work with people from all walks of life, from different walks of life. So I'm very excited about connecting with you here on the channel. Please like and subscribe to the channel. That certainly will help us. But what I'm here to do is talk to you about emotional intellect. Emotional intellect. You're from Syria? Whoa, man, tell me more about what's happening in Syria. Would love to hear more about what's happening in Syria. If you'd like to maybe even do a joint call together, I would love that opportunity to talk to you from Syria. I believe that's the land where Abram is from, Abraham, the father of the faith of the main line denominations. Free Palestine. Yes, okay. Yeah, we can certainly go with that. We need to free everybody on the planet. Syria is a big country, okay? Tell me more about Syria. Tell me something about Syria that I need to know as I'm talking here. So emotional intellect is what I want to talk to you about. And not to allow things to get underneath your skin, not to allow the situations that are around you, things that are happening, that one, if they're out of your control, there's nothing you can do about it. Don't sweat it, okay? But if you have the opportunity to respond to a situation, this is what I do. First and foremost, I don't panic. I don't have time to panic because when I panic, I always make mistakes. So I like to remain calm. I've learned how to take it a notch underneath wherever the situation is, take my emotions just one notch underneath the situation. I've worked in corporate America and with John Q. Public for a number of years. I used to be in the airline industry and working with people. And I learned when people start to escalate, it's best to take it down a notch and not escalate with them. That's the first step. Don't panic and don't be tied into the emotions. Now, when you develop the proper emotional intellect or emotional intelligence, hey, what is this, Germany in 2016 because of the war? Okay, I go to Germany in 2016. I don't understand that. But anyway, so when a person is escalating and they're getting excited and they're all in a tizzy, what I've learned to do is just take it a notch under. And in that way, I can think a little clear, more clear than what that particular person is. And I've been able to de-escalate things. I'm a problem solver. I like to think of myself as being a master of conflict. And I would like to also share with you about the will or the ability to have have the proper emotional intellect that is necessary. How are you? Hello. And so what I've learned is to really keep track of my emotions and not allow my personal feelings to get in the way and get all sidetracked. And so what I've learned is just to simply meet people at where they're at. Just meet them where they're at. And when I meet them at where they're at, then what I found is that it usually kind of solves the situation. To be able to meet a person on common ground is what I call it. And then instead of finding out or looking at the things that we don't agree on, what's the common ground? What's the common ground that we're on? What is it that where is it that you and I can meet on a common ground that we have some likes? And then what I found when I exercise this in relationships and business and social, spiritual settings, recreational settings, it really sets an atmosphere that is good and it allows us to come together as human beings. I said earlier on the channel, it's really important, I think, for each one of us to find a place to just be kind. Just be kind. I'm gonna tell you a funny story. On my walk the other day, I was walking, and this is on my channel too. You can see the short on it too. And I filmed this, and I saw a bug, a beetle, a beetle, insignificant to man, seemingly. But the beetle was on its back with all legs up. It was kicking. There's a big black beetle on the sidewalk. And what I did when I saw the beetle, I kept walking at first, and I was convicted in my heart by the Lord. It's like, hey, he's on his back. Why don't you help him? And I'm thinking like it's just a beetle, but it was like a moment. It was a defining moment for me. And I stopped, and I took and turned that little fella over. And when I turned him over, he was excited about being turned over. You got to watch the video. It's a short on my channel. And he was so excited, and it was like he lifted up on his back legs, and he began to wave his little claws like he was praising God for him being rescued. And in the process of him lifting up on his back legs and lifting his claws up, he turned back over, and he was on his back again. I said, oh man, this guy's having problems. So I ended up turning him back over. And when I turned him back over again, I helped him get past a little bump that I had him turn over on his back. And so that was a moment, I believe, that God used to help me to understand how important it is to learn how to be compassionate. Jesus said, if you've done this to the least of these, you've done it unto me. And that was, I think, a defining moment for me to help me to understand how important it is for me to take time out as a mere man and just to be kind to someone, something. And it's amazing. Whatever you send out, it comes back around to you. So let me talk to you just briefly because I got about 4 or 5 minutes. I'm going to wrap up. Emotional intelligence. I have a lot of modules that I teach on my platform, LeslieDRichardson.com. And please be nice in your comments, because if you don't, we're going to hold them up. So let's no spamming, no information. Don't give out too much information on here, because it's not a good idea to give out all your information on these platforms. But anyway, emotional intelligence, it requires you to really have someone in your circle that can help you to recognize what is called your blind spots. Every one of us, myself included, we all have blind spots. We have places in our lives that we need someone else to point out to us that we may not be seeing what we're doing, either harming someone or causing harm to ourselves, or keeping us from maximizing our potential. And so what I mean by that is that when you get in a place in life, and after you lived a few years, and hopefully you should be able to relate to this, is that you recognize that there's more for you to do. You can be more effective in who you are. You can, what I call it, being authentically you. And what I've learned, it wasn't until I had a mentor, it wasn't until I had someone in my ether that could actually critique me, help me to grow, give me some input in terms of identifying blind spots in my life that would make me a better person, a better version of myself. And what I did, I joined a global leadership team that I'm part of. We have over 175,000 leaders that we equip on a monthly basis. Tens of millions of leaders that we've equipped on over the years, and obviously much of this wasn't when I was part of this team, but I joined this team. And as I joined this team, it's actually the John Maxwell leadership team. It's a global leadership team I'm part of. And in my joining the Maxwell team, I was able to learn about my blind spots, learn about the areas that I needed to improve in. Now, one of the things that I teach in our leadership training and as a mentor is to be able to see it, own it, solve it, and do it. I'm just drop this in your heart. It'll help you in terms of your emotional intellect, to be able to see it, own it, solve it, and do it. Look at the situation for what it is and ask yourself this question: am I part of the problem or am I part of the solution? Look at any situation that you're in and ask yourself this question: Am I part of the problem? Am I causing this problem? Or am I here to solve this problem? Okay. And then when you do this, then when you identify that you're part of the problem or even part of the solution, take ownership. I'm teaching you all this right now. Just listen close. Take ownership to make certain that you are all in to bringing that situation to an expected end or resolve. And when you take ownership, you're not part in, but you're all in. So for instance, if I see that I'm part of the problem of, for instance, if I'm in a line, just a simple traffic light, okay? And maybe I crossed over the line and I got the back end of my vehicle in the other lane and now traffic is backing up behind me. And I don't recognize that the reason why traffic is backing up behind me is because my vehicle is not pulled up far enough, okay? I take ownership for adjusting my vehicle so that the others are not impacted by what I'm doing. Simple example, but I take ownership, I move, I get involved. And then recognizing the solution, third part of that step, the process, 3 steps, or actually 4 steps, I've given you 3. You see it for what it is, you take ownership, and you solve it. See it, own it, solve it. And then you do it. You act on it. Many people are in a perpetual loop, sort of like a gerbil in a cage where they're on the running wheel and they're running around, but not going anywhere. One of the things I found is that when many people are presented with solutions, just like I'm doing right now, I'm giving you some solutions. But if you don't act on those solutions, you're not going to be able to really find out if those solutions have helped you to address the main thing that you need to see, and that is the blind spot. So what blind spots do you have in your life? And if you look at the place where you are most frustrated, in your emotions, you fly off the handle, short-tempered, maybe rude to other people, God forbid, lashing out to people or being physical, then that is an indication to you that you have a blind spot. Yeah, you have a blind spot because you're not really seeing it for what it is. And if you don't see it for what it is, you're never going to be able to take ownership because you'll always be pointing the finger, saying it's not my job, it's somebody else's job. I'm not the problem, but in fact you are. And then when you understand that and you do that through a process of creating the solutions, bringing the solutions, all of us have been designed to address the problems in our lives or the situations in our lives. Nothing comes upon you except that which God has allowed to come upon you and where you have the ability to respond to it, but you have to learn how to adjust your emotional intelligence, your emotional intellect. Hey, thank you for tuning in. Would love to get a hold of or talk to you a little more. If you'd like to give me a topic that you'd like for me to share on, it's just going to be brief shorts on this video channel. And we're just getting geared up for 25 to be able to bring you some more content. So take time out to like and subscribe to the channel, leave some comments, be kind on the comments, and don't put your personal information on there. And if you'd like to call me, I have a phone number where you can call me at even 303-704-4492. You can reach me there or my website, LeslieDRichardson.com. Thank you very much for tuning in, and I will talk to you later. Yes, I would love to. Shoot me a message, give me a time and a topic, and I'll be more than happy because I'll be back on tomorrow. I may even be back on tonight, so stay tuned. Like and subscribe to the channel, hit the bell, and when you hit that bell, you'll be notified every time I go live. That's the way that works. Okay, thank you. Take care, but I'll be more than happy to go live with you if you hit me up in the comments, and I will be in touch. Okay, shalom.